Yo, I am Shinjitsu. I am Shinjitsu. I am Shinjitsu. I am Shinjitsu. I'm gonna let everybody get in because we about to talk about this today. We about to talk about this today. We about to talk about a potential Cell Saga celebration for 350 million downloads. We have a lot to go over in this stream. Anybody, I will also allow anybody on the Discord to come in if you'd like. STG, if it's a Cell themed banner. Can Sir, welcome. I am Shinjitsu369. You say you're going to be pissed? Okay, I do understand, and how you feel about that is valid, okay? But I also want to let you know, 2 years ago, or sorry, is it last year? Or 2 years? 2 years ago, they really messed up. They missed the ball on the Cell Saga celebration, okay? I mean, look at your screen right here. I'm going to break down some units I think are coming. They completely dropped the ball, all right? AGL Super Saiyan Gohan is good for hard events, but that's one of the most epic characters in all of Dragon Ball. They did him wrong. All right? And this does not mean it's going to be Cell Saga themed. I'm just speculating as if it was. So I'm going to let a couple of y'all get in here. They completely dropped the ball. So I have some edits. We're going to go over a lot. It's going to be a very in-depth breakdown of what I think might happen, what I hope would happen, how I think they could basically come back and make up for that atrocious celebration a few years ago, all right? I'm going to let a few more of y'all get in here, man, and we're going to talk about it. There's a lot to break down. I'm going to be talking about the Dokkan Fest exclusives LRs, the banner units, potential banner units, the potential free-to-play units that might be coming as a result of events. I have some ideas. Just going to wait till 6:50 Eastern Standard, so that's 3 more minutes. And then I'm going to jump right into it. We're going to look at the complete Android Cell Saga category and break down some units I think, because as we know, there's going to be an Extreme Z Awakening for the LR. Shouts out to Holy Lemon. Somebody get Lemon in the chat. Shouts out to Holy Lemon, because he did remind me that we can expect an Extreme Z Awakening for another LR if it is Cell Saga themed. And there's still some units that we need, still some animations that we need. I'm currently rewatching the Cell Saga subbed, of course. I suggest watching Dragon Ball subbed. I'm rewatching the Cell Saga right now. I'm currently at Super Trunks vs. Cell, Super Trunks 2 vs. Cell. It's a great arc. There are so many great moments that, should be animated in Dokkan. And I think that they have a great opportunity, especially now with their new mitigation skills. So I already know, I have some good ideas of how they may even be able to outdo Ultra Instinct Goku with a potential new stream. It's almost 1 a.m. Oh my God. Sorry about that, Kieran. It's so early over there. Hey man, it doesn't matter, even if someone wants to watch this back later, we're going to talk about it. We're going to break this down. We're going to break it down. How is the music sounding? Is it too loud? Is it good? Is it a good volume? Oh man, it's really late where you guys are. Or really early, rather. Hey, well, that's no problem, man. We're going to break this down. We got a lot to break down. We're going to break it down. There's some stuff that I want to see. Okay, sorry about that. That was my normal music just playing. Let me put this on repeat. There we go. Okay, so the music's good. Hopefully they don't strike me for that little, hey, fair use, fair use. So with 650, I'm going to jump into this, right? Let's go ahead and jump in. So I want to talk about if it is a Cell Saga themed celebration, what I expect, all right? There's so many possibilities, and I know that a lot of people think, just like Cancer said, not a lot of people are looking forward to that because we already had it. And guess what? They've never redone a celebration. So there's a good chance it's not, and they only dropped that Super Vegeta to throw us a curveball. Chances are that is the case, and it's not going to be Cell Saga themed. With that being said, never hurts to speculate. Speculating is fun, so we're going to get into it. We have Super Class and Extreme Class before your eyes. Let's start with the Super Class Dokkan Fest exclusive. So, if we look into, and I'm going to bring up this screen right now. If we look into the Cell Saga category, right? We have this Super Saiyan Goku right here, who just Extreme Z awakened on JP. Then we have a Super Saiyan Goku / Gohan. Besides that, there are no Super Saiyan Gokus here. We all know that a Bye Guys Instant Transmission Goku will eventually be in Dokkan. In my opinion, it would have been a great way to introduce that as an LR 2 years ago, either as a friend summon or summonable. Either way, I think it should have been there, and it wasn't. So I'm saying that to say, I think that they're going to take this opportunity to go ahead and give us what we're asking for. The Bye Guys Goku. And this is going to be kind of crazy, but I do think that there's a way that they can outdo Ultra Instinct Goku, right? What they do is, they make him an Android Cell Saga leader or a Super Saiyan's leader. They love to give new categories, so maybe they give him a new category that has something to do with full power or an all-out attack. Because the Instant Transmission Kamehameha was his last-ditch effort, like his last-ditch effort Kamehameha to try and get rid of Cell. So maybe some sort of category like that, I'm not sure. Maybe some sort of sacrifice category. You could have Gokus, Vegetas, any character that sacrificed themselves or tried to sacrifice themselves to save others. Maybe some sort of sacrifice category. But I think we definitely need a Superclass Android Cell Saga category leader of at least 150, like that Int Cell's 150. I think this Goku should be 170% to attack and defense, 130% to HP. 100% chances dodge sounds good to me. Now, that would be awesome, except the only thing is, that's what Kieran says. The only thing about that is no unit has that except like certain units in certain situations. And if we go back and look at that fight, Goku did not dodge every hit. He was dodging a lot. And I think that they should give him a chance to evade. This is how I think they should break him down. His 12 to 17 key super should greatly raise defense for one turn and cause colossal damage to the enemy. His 18 to 24 key should cause mega colossal damage. It should auto crit and auto stun like the new Super Vegeta. And was that the last thing that I was thinking? Yes, it should auto crit and auto stun. Then how you're going to break him down is this. He'll have a 30% chance to evade all the time. So he always can evade. Some people don't like that. 50% is not bad. But I'm trying not to make him too crazy. I mean, but you know what? Goku's 70% and he's 50% chance to crit. So maybe it is not that bad to give him an auto crit, auto stun, and a 50% chance to evade. I think he should be like attack plus 159%. Then maybe like an additional attack plus 59%, depending on who's on the team. So if you have, all Android Cell, or like maybe 3 Android Cell Saga category units on the team, he gets additional attack or something like that. I also think they should give him a super attack nullification. And that's why I think maybe they should calm down and give him 30%, because I think they should provide him with a super attack nullification of Ki Blast Supers. The reason why is because Goku was able to evade a lot of Cell's powerful Ki Blast attacks with the instant transmission. So I think they should give him a nullification with an instant transmission. I think that could be pretty sick. So maybe a 30% chance to dodge, give him great defense, give him auto crit, auto stun, and a 50% chance to nullify the super attack no matter what, like Janema does. So I think that could be sick. Then you're going to give him an active skill. So either going up against Cell or after 4 turns under 70% or less, you can do Bye Guys, which basically he'll just put his hand on your enemy. He'll do some type of thing where it explodes and he teleports. And I think it should work like B-Pan. So I think it should give the rest of your rotation key and attack for the rest of the turn. That's what I think makes the most sense. This is going to make him really powerful. He's going to go well on any team. You can put him in the first slot, because if it is a Ki Blast Super, he may be able to nullify. He still has his 30% chance to evade. And like at a 55% level, maybe he could be at around like, on the right team, on his team, he'll be at 55%, maybe around 200K. So then that way, when he greatly raises his defense, he's at 300,000. Like that way, he's untouchable. We want to make this guy untouchable because power creep is a thing. Like if you put him in the Legendary Vegeta, the Fighting Legend Vegeta event, with all that going on, 300K defense, he's still, if he takes a super attack, he's still going to take 200,000, 250,000. So like he's not invincible on the content now, but on Super Battle Road, around all the modes of the game, he's going to be a god, and he should be. Because this is a really powerful Goku. He mastered the Super Saiyan form, unlike any Saiyan did before him, unlike his son. So let me know your ideas right now in the comments. More ideas. Make sure you like the stream, everything like that. Go back and rewind if you want to hear more about what's going on. If you're a moderator, let them know what I'm talking about. Put it in the chat if you're here. Thank you so much for being here, Kieran. I really appreciate you, man, for staying up and sticking around for the stream. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate that, bro. Okay. Next, I want to talk about some of the banner units that we may see. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the Android Cell Saga again, because there are also some interesting omissions. So if we're going to scroll down, if we're looking in the LRs and some of the newer TURs, right? Something that is missing is Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Super Trunks. We finally did just get this STR Vegeta, who is fantastic. So this fills the Super Vegeta role. But, these Super Trunkses are old, and though they did Extreme Z Awaken, and I love this Trunks. He is a god. He's incredible. Though that did happen, we don't have a Super Trunks with the new animations, like with high quality animations. And that Trunks' fight against Cell was awesome. This is the newest Super Trunks we have. It's an exchange unit. And his super attacks are okay, but he has that super explosive wave. He has great animations when he's powering up. His fight against Cell was lengthy because a part of that fight, he was actually fighting against Cell, just letting himself get beat up in order to let Krillin get Vegeta off the island. He did a lot of cool attacks, like a cool little spinny kick. He had some cool Ki Blasts. So they really could animate something cool and make a Trunks supportive. That or a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. If you notice, we have Super Saiyan 2 Gohans. The best one from the category did just Extreme Z Awaken. So I'm not going to, put on a big cap and act like that did not happen. He just Extreme Z Awaken. He's great. He's an LR. He's Super Saiyan 2. He goes on the team. I'm just saying, I think it would be nice to have a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan with new animations. An incredible moment in Dragon Ball Z. And what we know about Dragon Ball Z Dokkan, is they love to animate epic moments from Dragon Ball Z. They will even go so far as to kind of take stuff from Super Dragon Ball heroes, because they like that epic shit. One of the most epic moments in all of Dragon Ball Z, okay? all of Dragon Ball Z. Also strange that this Gohan is the Kamehameha leader, the AGL Gohan, because he only really used it on camera 2 times. But I got this Dragon Ball Legends art because Gohan is just on the ground looking up at Cell, and Cell gets pissed off and he launches in a huge Kamehameha wave. And Gohan stands his ground. He's not even preparing. He doesn't motion. He's not getting in stance. He just says it. Ka-me-ha-me. And right when the blast is right in front of his face, he launches it. And it has so much energy, it destroys half of Cell's body. That part is epic. Now, the Tech World Tournament Gohan does have that animation, but it's the old style. That deserves to be reanimated. I think that he would make an excellent partner to the AGL Gohan. Maybe give him support. Maybe be supportive to Super Saiyan 2 or to Goku's new category. Be supportive to all of Android Cell Saga. I don't know. But I think that could be a good way to put him in the game. You know, I don't think he should be a summonable LR ever or a Dokkan Fest LR, as we have the summonable Super Saiyan 2 LR Tech Gohan. But we just don't have one from this, from this saga. So I think that could be cool. But another glaring omission, like I said, was Super Trunks. So Super Trunks, I think, would be more likely, as we really have not seen a new version of him. They did just Extreme Z Awaken those old Super Trunkses. So maybe they're into making a new one, making him supportive. I do think that we are going to get, if it is a celebration for that, a support for Super Class Android Cell Saga category units. The reason why I think this is because if you know about Physical Deborah, we have Physical Deborah, which we got in 2019. What he does is he raises defense indefinitely, and he raises Extreme Class Majin Buu Saga category allies. Key 3 attack and defense plus 30%. But then, in 2020, we get the Tien, who doesn't raise attack or doesn't raise his defense, but he lowers the enemy's attack and defense. He can stun, and he's doing this, and he's giving Super Class Majin Buu Saga category allies support. So I'm saying that to say, we just got this STR Cell. He's supporting Extreme Class Android Saga category allies. So I think it's inevitable that we eventually get a Super Class type. I don't know who that will be. I mean, I don't know if that Krillin or that 18 already supports. But I'm just saying, and that might be the case. I mean, you know what? I can look right now so I know for sure. Where's that Krillin? Let me see if he supports Super type. No, he does not support. He just helps himself whenever there's more of the same of that category. So we don't have a specific Super Class support that's going to come, whether we like it or not. It's going to come. And I think that a Super Trunks would be a great option for that. So that's what I think about that. Then we also have the Z Warriors in the background here. And the reason why we have the Z Warriors up is because it's time for a new Friend Summon LR. It's been too goddamn long. It's time for a new Friend Summon LR. And though I do not think it should include any Saiyans, it should be Krillin, Yamcha, and Tien, and Chaozu. Or just Krillin, Yamcha, and Tien. That's fine. I want an Earthlings category Friend Summon or a free-to-play EZA LR. Something like that. More Earthling category buffs. Android Cell Saga category buffs. They should buff the category. They could be really cool. They trained for 2 years. They were immensely powerful. Ten Shinhan could freaking hold Cell down with Kikoho. He couldn't kill him, but he could stop him for a while and stall him. And that's saying something. He's a human, okay? Krillin was brave. Yamcha, he's strong compared to other Earthlings, but he's still a bum, all right? He got his ass beat, so that did not work out well for him. Kieran says, LR Physical Cell EZA would be cool, but I don't think it's going to happen. And yes, the new Friend Summon LR is what we need. Absolutely, man. I agree. So that's what I think for the Super Class. I think that there should be a new free-to-play event. If you guys remember, so just so you don't, if you guys don't know, I'm going to explain how Dragon Ball Z got time travel right in a video, but I'm going to give you a short clip here. Dragon Ball knew, even as old as it was, Akira Toriyama knew that when you go back in time and you change something and you come back to your present, it doesn't change your present. All you did is you made a new timeline. You just made a branch of whatever timeline that you're in. So when you go back in time, you're not going back in time, really. You are in a way, you're going back in time in a way, but you're just going back in an alternate timeline. And let's just say for argument's sake, you are going back in your timeline, you're just branching off a new timeline. So, that's cool. And when Trunks went back to the future to kill the androids, remember we got that tech Trunks, he's a Super Saiyan with the armor that does the heat dome attack that kills Cell. That Cell is a different version. So that's a whole future arc. That's his version. I think that they should make a new farmable SSR Super Saiyan Trunks. If they're going to freaking make all these Trunkses have the same damn name when he's a Super Saiyan, we need a new farmable, free-to-play SSR Trunks that can help us raise the super attack because there are so many in the game. So then maybe we could get a free-to-play version of that unit from that event, and then that could be cool. Maybe he could Extreme Z Awaken and be a future category leader for free-to-play. So that could be an option for like a Armor Trunks from there. So that kind of wraps it up on the super class portion. Let's switch it over to the extreme class portion. I'm going to switch the music over to the extreme class music as well. I just downloaded a really dope OST. I don't remember what it was, but I really enjoyed it. It was... What is this? One moment. Alright, it's this one right here. Let me just play it. I think it's this one. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so for the extreme class, let us start with the LR. Now, I know everyone is like, we have so many cells in the game. Cells here, we have 27 super perfect cells, 27 perfect cells. We have cell. You're right. But guess what? No LR super perfect cell. No LR super perfect cell. Look at this art. Jiren became an LR and he was a boss wraith for full power Jiren, did he not? He was summonable, but guess what? Full power, full perfect cell, LR. And this time, they're not going to screw up, okay? They're not going to screw Cell up this time. We have a lot of super perfect cells. We have Int super perfect cell, STR super perfect cell. Actually, wait a minute, is that it? Oh no, and Tech super perfect cell. We don't have a physical super perfect cell or an AGL cell at all from the Cell saga. We have an AGL cell in general, but this one will awaken, but he doesn't count. So how about AGL or a physical super perfect cell? Okay? This is how you built this cell. Really simple. Really simple. Before we get started, we're not gonna give him a nullification. That's not really what he was doing. Cell's gonna be just a big beast, like he should be. Okay, Cell's gonna come through just like 170% attack and defense as a Dokkan Fest LR. He's gonna get an extra key per key sphere. Extra key per key sphere. We're going to give him the Vegeta, the Evolution Blue Vegeta effect of reducing damage per attack. So he's going to start off with 20% damage reduction, and then every attack up to 3, he's going to reduce damage to 30% and give himself start of turn key. I mean, maybe he doesn't need to do that just because he's going to give himself key per key sphere. But he has damage reduction, key, and then I think that you can build him one of two ways. You can do on both of his super attacks, have him raise his attack and defense or have him raise his attack and defense on the 12 to 17 key super, and then have him do an auto crit and auto stun on the 18 to 24. It's just up to you. Kieran says, is that Int Prime Battle LR Vegeta from the Cell Saga? If so, I can see him get it easy in the celebration. Absolutely, and we're gonna talk about him because he's on the extreme side. We're gonna talk about the Cell and the Vegeta and the Trunks. Even though I think Trunks is gonna come later because he's one of those OGs, but still, that's something to talk about. And we just had Majin Vegeta, so I think he's in line. So I think that's how you build him. You give him, now the only thing is you can't really give him an active skill that is the final Kamehameha, the ultimate Kamehameha. That would have to be his 24 key super. His active skill, I think, would just have to be some sort of attack and defense boost for a turn, or like lowering all of the enemy's attack and defense for a turn, something like that. Make him crazy. So he's going to come out like 200,000 defense, and he's reducing damage by 20 to 50%. He's getting ki per key sphere. He's got the active skill after, let's say, 3 turns. On turn 3, he's got the active skill. Just make him a big beast. Make him lead artificial life forms in some new category. Make him a freaking beast. They also, I know they probably won't do this. It's bullshit. But you know what? On the Android Cell Saga Goku-led team, you can run your 16. But what they should do is edit AGL Gohan's active skill and edit Int Cell's active skill to 40% or below, and then edit Gohan's active skill to just make something more sense. That's how you build this cell. When it comes to the extreme units, there's no point to even look at it because you know this. There's not a lot of extreme class 17 in the game that are from the Android Cell Saga. We have a 18 from the Android Cell Saga that has newer up-to-date animations, and she's free to play. We have the 18 that just Extremely Awakened. So I don't think that we need another 18 from here. But we need a 17. Do you guys remember whenever Piccolo used the Hell Zone grenade, and then 17 used the barrier to stop it? I think since we're having the nullification thing and Cell should not get one, they should go all out and give a banner unit a nullification. So maybe he doesn't need to be supportive. Maybe he just stacks his attack and defense, give him really good animations from the fight between Piccolo and 17, and then 50% chance to nullify the enemy's attack, the enemy's Ki Blast super. Maybe you have to make him get a super attack, or maybe there has to be some sort of condition, because that is a really powerful condition. But if you don't make him too strong, like if you just make him raise the attack and defense for 3 turns, and then just give him like attack and defense plus 200, or attack and defense plus 170, gains 17% attack and defense per Android 18 or Android 16 on the team, up to an extra 34%, to where he's like over 200 and something attack and defense, so he'd be hitting at like 3 million at the rainbow level. And maybe he raises his attack and defense for 3 turns, and then he can nullify. I just think that could be cool for a 17. If not, you do a Giro exchange unit with 19, or a Giro unit. You give him a nullification that allows him to absorb the Ki Blast super. Or you give him an exchange mechanic with 19. But if you do a 19 and 20, they need to be supportive, I think, for extreme class Android Cell Saga category allies. And that's how you do that. You make him simple, except you make him evade. That's all. If it's an exchange unit, then you make 19 very defensive. But then you get an automatic exchange after, let's say, 3 turns. And then you're evading. And then maybe lowering attack and defense of your enemy. So I think that could be cool. Maybe 17 can nullify Ki Blast supers if there's a Cell Saga enemy. That would be really, really good. He can nullify Ki Blast supers if there's a Cell Saga enemy. Yeah, that would be sick. Or, how about this? That's what Kieran says. How about he can nullify Ki Blast Supers if a 16 or 18 is on rotation? Because he did that while 18, I said 16 or 17, while 18 or 16 are on rotation. Because he did that while 18 and 16 were watching the battle. So maybe against an Android Cell Saga category enemy, or when there's a 16 or 18 on rotation, he has a 50% chance to nullify Ki Blast Supers. I think that's dope. He'd get great support from that 18. So that could be sick. That's what I propose for the banner units. Now you see this cell up here, right? This first form cell. The reason why I have him, the only reason why I have him up here is because the first form cell is very interesting. Because we only have that free-to-play Prime Battle cell, which he's good and all that. But I do expect one day to get a transforming first form cell, or maybe, check this out. This is obscure, this is weird and different. But hey, you can make this Android Cell Saga category. The cell that Trunks fought in his future. That is future cell. That's not our cell. Our cell got killed. That's a cell from another timeline where the androids got killed, but Trunks wasn't strong enough to beat Cell. So he came from that future. That's the cell that got killed by Gohan. The cell that didn't even make it, that's the cell that Armor Trunks killed. Maybe you make that a banner unit and then make him supportive. Or you make him a free-to-play unit. I just think that that unit has room in the game. And then because he'll be future first form Cell, he can link up with the other first form Cell. You can run a full, really dope Cell team. So that's what I think for that. I'm going to pull up this... I'm going to pull up the Android Cell Saga once more, because we're going to talk about the potential Extreme Z awakenings. So Kieran has already mentioned Int Prime Battle Vegeta. He's mentioned AGL androids, and he's mentioned physical Cell here. And I think all of which are candidates for an Extreme Z awakening. If they did a new Friend Summon LR, I think this would be genius, right? Do a new Friend Summon LR and Extreme Z awaken this LR. So for all the people who didn't do it, while you're summoning on this Friend Summon banner to try to pull the new Friend Summon LR, you're going to inevitably be getting these guys as well. And if they Extreme Z awaken, you're going to need another copy of them LR'd at 5 to get them to level 5, or you can just use Kai's. But you know what I'm saying? You can Dokkan responsibly and do it that way too. So they're in line for an EZA. Let's see when they came out. They came out in 2016, so they are 5 years old. Yeah. I would say if there is a Cell Saga Android celebration, they have to EZA. They have to EZA. There's not like a... Can they? No, I think they literally have to, bro. 5 years, they have to EZA and be broken. And before I get into the other EZAs too, I forgot. Oh, I have them pulled up already. I wanted to talk about this Piccolo, because they got Piccolo fucked up in Dokkan. All right? They give everybody else, when they transform or fuse, they get a name in parentheses. If they absorb somebody, they get a name in parentheses. If you take Super Buu, you can take a team with Super Buu, Piccolo absorbed, Super Buu, Gotenks absorbed, Super Buu, Gohan absorbed, Super Buu, buff. Like, you can take a whole team of Super Buus. These are all Super Buu, and they just don't call him as Super Buu, so then you can't link them up. It's bullshit. They just make all Piccolo. But at least on this unit, he goes from Piccolo to Piccolo in parentheses fused with Kami. So in my opinion, that means they should be able to drop more units that is Piccolo in parentheses fused with Kami. That's what I think, all right? I just think that. There are enough Piccolos in the game before that and after that that I think that it would matter. And then they could link up with each other. That could set off their Namekians League. I think that could be dope. What you do is you give this Piccolo an incredibly awesome animation of the Hell Zone grenade that stuns the enemy. And maybe he's a banner unit. and you make him supportive for Superclass Android Cell Saga. But I don't know why they play him. We don't have that in the game yet. We don't have a Hellzone Grenade Piccolo. I thought they would have given it to this Piccolo. Know what they should have done? Instead of making him kick you twice, they should have made you had him do the Hellzone Grenade, made it blow up, then he kicks you and does the light grenade or something. But they didn't want to animate it. So that tells me that they have to animate it sometime, and I think this would be a good excuse to do it. So then you could do one banner unit of Piccolo and a banner unit of 17. So then you get some more stuff going on from that fight. So I just think that's also a thing. But I have this Cell pulled up. He came out 3 years ago. He's also in line for an EZA. And he came out August 9th. So he's like right on time. Now check this out. We just got like 15,000 EZAs for this celebration. Why not give us 2 LR EZAs? This is summonable EZA. So then he gets, a classic EZA. And then you give Android 17 and 18 an Extreme Z area. That makes more sense. Do it both. You can also Extreme Z awaken this Vegeta who came out 3 years ago in October. But I think that's going to come in some sort of Saiyan Saga celebration, personally. But we'll see what happens. We also have this Trunks here, Prime Battle Trunks, who I think will EZA in more of like a future Saga celebration. But he is Android Cell Saga. Came out 3 years ago, like 3.5 years ago as well. So there's another option. We also have this Trunks here, who we have his dad who just EZA'd. Gohan EZA'd. He is 4 years old. This is another option. I want them to drop a new TUR Trunks that does this. A new TUR base Trunks that's teen, that transforms into Super Saiyan and then slices you up and does the Shining Sword attack. Where's that unit at? Kieran says, but what if we're totally wrong? What if they did a Dokkan exclusive LR Hercule? Hercule is another option for free-to-play or a freaking banner unit. Both are possible. If it's Popsicle, it's possible. And it's definitely Popsicle. But yeah, man, give me one moment. I'm gonna get a drink. Alrighty. Kieran says, if you think about it, that Hercule would be nice alongside the STR Videl. Absolutely. And have some crazy boost in his passive when there's a Videl on the team. I mean, that would be cool, but that would make more sense if it was a Hercule from some other saga. Because Hercule had, I mean, Videl was alive. She was a little younger than Gohan. So she was probably like 9 or 10 or something whenever the Cell Saga was going on. So she wasn't, you know, there's not like a kid Videl in the game. Let me keep looking here. This category. Like I already talked about Super Trunks. I mean, we already have so many Super Saiyan Gohans, like youth. But I really like, you know, the training session between Gohan and Goku in the Room of Spirit and Time. You know, this Gohan here gives Android Cell Saga categories attack plus 20%. Would be nice if it was attack and defense. He does raise attack and defense by 60%. He's pretty good. I don't even have one copy of him, so I'd like to get him one day. But yeah, there is another option. Let's get rid of some of these tabs. I'm just looking here. Yeah, see, we need this Trunks here. We need that Trunks. You see, are there any SSRs that... I mean, we have the Cell Juniors. Their animation's fine. We don't really need a new Cell Junior, really, I don't think ever. Unless it's free or like, I don't know. We have plenty 18s. I already talked about 17. There's not much more to do. But you know what? I also don't think necessarily this is what they're going to do. I think it could easily just be Battle of Gods. It makes a lot more sense because we don't have a lot of units, but hey, this is something a little bit different. I think I'm going to get on Twitch and start streaming on Twitch as well and have some fun doing that. But yo, I think, you know, I'm not going to ramble out here. And it's me and you, Kieran. I think I'm going to let you go to sleep, bro. I'm going to get out of here. If you're watching this in the future, let me know what you think about this. I have been SHINJIITSU 369. Having a little bit of fun with the Dokkan battle speculation. Be sure to like this if you thought it was interesting. Maybe someone else will as well.